Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today, this is a clip from a recent Splinterlands TV live event that is Friday nights from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. If you want to come hang out, that's free. I'm there every Friday night, so come check it out. And last night we talked about a lot of things, including DEC and breaking its own peg, what that could mean for market arbitrage opportunities, what it could mean for Chaos Legion packs and even Chaos Legion cards. The price evaluation on those things. And then we talk a little bit about reward cards and the new rank reward system and how I think it's going to have implications for how quickly we sell out of the current circulating rank reward cards. There's a ton of things in here, including how we can really use DEC in 2022 for our maximum advantage. I hope you stick around and stay tuned for this one. And if this sounds good, like and subscribe. And guys, thank you so much for your time and attention. Have an amazing day. God bless. Carlo, good to see you, dude. Hey, man, everything's good. Feeling a little tired, honestly. Lots of big videos last two nights. So, guys, Tails came and hung out. Tails from the Cryptmancer came and hung out with me and Jim, and we talked about all things rank battle rewards, and we did an hour and 20-minute video. It's up right now on my YouTube channel. Cryptmancer and Jim Morgan debate the reward problems and solutions. We talked about everything, man. We talked about like some of the challenges with the new rewards, some of the hurdles for continued kind of growth in the game, and also, I guess, making sure there's not too much inflation. All of the problems as we see it, plus probably 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 or 6 possible solutions. So I think it was a good video. I hope you guys go check it out later. It was for members only, recorded with the members on Thursday night. Thanks for coming to hang out with that, Tails. That was Thursday night. And then this morning, because of all the stuff I've been covering lately, all the bronze is best, bronze rewards are busted, 400 chests per season. This is all content around the new rank reward system and how many loot chests, how profitable it can be actually to play for practically free. And I think that's a deeply meaningful topic because it's super important that if you guys aren't taking advantage of it, that you actually do, because I think this window will only be open for so long. And while it's open, it makes sense to try and strike and, you know, take advantage of that opportunity. I do believe bots will come and exploit this opportunity, and that will force the developers to do something to change it, I think. And there's lots of different possibilities, but I think this moment is right now. But as a result, I've been covering this issue a lot in several different angles, in different ways. And that prompted me this morning to kind of go through the comments, and I saw a few critical comments. Actually, over the last couple of days, I've seen a few critical comments critiquing my conversation around this issue. And so this morning I recorded a 45-minute video, which will be out tomorrow morning. It's just called FAQ with 1258 rank rewards controversy. It's going to be queued up for tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Pacific Standard, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it was a 45-minute video, and I answered 2 or 3 questions in there that were great questions, but definitely focusing in my mind on almost frustration with me for talking about it, which, to be honest, tells me something that it almost tells me that I need to keep talking about it, because I actually think this feels very much like October 2021 when everything was going crazy with DEC, and DEC was roughly 2 pennies per. And I remember telling people back then, like, guys, don't buy DEC at 2 cents DEC. And I remember comments would say things like, when you don't get it, the SPS airdrop rewards are so significant. It's the best way to get airdrop rewards. And I was like, yeah, but there's a downside risk on that DEC. And like 2 weeks later, it had fallen a lot. And as you know, it's continued to fall. Now we're back down all the way down at the peg. So it's a huge, huge decline. And I feel like right now there's a real moment, an opportunity with the rank rewards, but that window's going to close quickly, because I do think the opportunity is going to turn to an exploit when it's in the hands of the bots. Then the developer's going to do something with it, and it's going to alter how it works. So it's like, strike now and recognize that the developers are going to see this for what it is, and position yourself like accordingly to try and hopefully get 1 or 2 seasons where you're going to maybe get a couple hundred free cards for playing the game. That's how I see it anyways. And not everybody sees it that way. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing my best to tell you what I think you need to know and not just what I think you want to hear. That's how I handle Splinterlands on my channel, and how I've always approached it. Let's see. Below peg. Are we really below peg? We haven't peeked this. Ah, dude. See, we all knew it was going to happen. I mean, I was talking about it when it was up at 2 pennies. I was like, it has been below peg. Let's see here, DEC. Look at, it'd probably be in here, because this is right when DEC was at its peak, November 4th, 2021. November, okay, go. Months. November, look at that, right there. That's in October. That's October 14th. November 1st is right there. When it was still at a penny. And people were talking about how it was now a good buy because it had been 2 pennies. And I was like, dude, you don't know. I used to buy DEC for 65 cents, equal to 1,000 of them. And I think, this has been the story, right? This is the thing. DEC's main value is obviously in the SPS airdrop and in liquidity pools, which are in and of themselves another angle at airdrop points, right? Because liquidity pool points are double, give you twice as many airdrop points. So it's, the main reason you want DEC is to access SPS airdrops, and SPS airdrop is coming to an end in 46 days. And in the meantime, millions of DEC are in the hands of certain people. They don't want to be the last one holding. And now some of them are going to be fine with the exchange, the peg exchange, and how they've established that they'll give you chaos packs, right? I think today, I'm pretty sure this was 50,000 packs and smaller earlier today. I think I was looking at this morning. I think it was 8.6. Now it's 8.65. Some of the whales who have DEC are going to be fine exchanging every DEC for chaos packs. Others have no interest in having more Chaos Legion packs, and if they begin to see this peg break substantially, I suspect they sell into the market, seeking after, Hive, and so they can, or whatever the cryptos, so that they can access the broader market. Because I don't actually believe everyone who holds DEC equally believes in chaos. I think there are some who love investing in coins, and there are others who love NFTs, and they're not always the same audience. And so I do, though, expect really a big spike in this, especially if this DEC price continues to break lower. Because imagine you got millions of DEC, you got 10 million DEC equals, so it's 10 grand, and there are several people with that much DEC. Yeah, I mean, some of them will come in here and do this, not all of them. And so I think we're likely to see some of them selling into the pressure of the market, meaning DEC continues to push down. Others saying, wow, it's really fallen. I now don't want to take an L on it. I'll buy packs with it. And then they'll try and sell packs or open packs and sell what is profitable. And that might work for some of them. So I expect this to tick up. It's in a fun moment right now. That's the DEC going underneath the peg is a very interesting thing. Virus says, yeah, I've been getting into DEC and need to figure out when I want to get out before the airdrop ends. Virus, one thing to think through is just maybe you play the Chaos Legion packs. I don't know how much DEC you got. I've got 3/4 of a million DEC right now because I sold an $800 card. And I'm planning to use that for the purposes of traveling to Vegas to go see the Splinterfest. But if this DEC collapses in the next week or so before I really take action with that, then I might have to do something else. I mean, I don't know. But if it fell down to 0.6, sorry, 0.0006 or whatever. So it's at 0.0009. If it falls down 0.00065, which I've seen it at before, yeah, that would force my hand. If DEC fell even substantially more, like I mean another 50%, I'd just say to myself, okay, well, I guess I need more Chaos Legion packs, because getting them for $4 would restore the value, right? It would allow you to, right? Wouldn't it? I'm feeling tired now. If I have, yes, because I've got 744,000 DEC, and they would give me one pack for every 4,000. So that's 744,000 divided by 4,000. So I could get 187 packs, 86 packs, or I could take 744,000 DEC and theoretically sell it into that market for, you know, a $60 loss or whatever that is. So, and it's gonna, that might get bigger. So keep your eye on it, I guess. I certainly am. I'm not panicking though. If I have to, I'll just get packs. DJ Bagman, whoa, Splinterfest, take pics. I absolutely will, my friend. I'll be posting stuff on YouTube. I'll be, I'll bring my phone. I don't know if I'm gonna bring my whole my whole computer. I probably won't. It would be too much. I'll bring my phone. I'll bring my, my SLR camera, and maybe I can use that to shoot some stuff from the hotel room or something. And if not, I'll use my phone. Replying to, I think DEC could go down to, yeah. Lord Virus thinks it could go down to 50% more. Lordo says that's not far from the figure I came up with. I estimated 0.669, which is almost equal to the pack price equalizing to the third-party pack price. Interesting. Third-party pack price on Hive Engine. And Virus said, except they give airdrops. That's exactly it, right? They give you the airdrops, which is right now we still have access to all of the legendary airdrops right now. And very soon we're going to get the first one will be off. It'll be handed out. But, you know, we might have an opportunity. It might be the case that some of these big DEC holders really liquidate and buy up 300,000 packs in the coming week. I don't know. I mean, I kind of doubt it. But if DEC falls and falls, don't you think it becomes more possible? I do. I certainly do. When you use the DEC to buy packs on Splinterlands, yeah, except they give the card airdrop points. When they give card airdrop points when you use the DEC to buy packs on Splinterlands. Virus, you also get airdrop points for the pack if you buy the pack on Hive Engine. So what you need to do though, maybe you don't know this, is you buy the pack on Hive Engine and $275 for the pack here. Wow. I don't have enough Hive to buy any, but you would come in here and you would buy, you'd buy a pack and then it would be in your wallet. And then you would come, once you did that, you can come over here to cards, other, and then you're going to find the Chaos Legion packs and you would click on these three lines and you're going to see transfer, or is it tokenize? I think it's tokenize. And yeah, and then there would say in Hive Engine, I have one, or however many you bought, and you could go from Hive Engine, I want to tokenize them. And that brings them out of Hive Engine and puts them in your account, and then you'll start getting airdrop points for that asset. I don't know if you knew that. Maybe I misunderstood what you were commenting on there. Yeah, DJ Bagman, I'm on YouTube. Did you really not know that? Or just exchange it on the Hive, yeah. Or the boot ups is or exchange it on the Hive market where it's lower, you get more packs. So the packs are lower on Hive Engine, but The problem with that is you're getting the DEC value. So if you brought your DEC to Hive Engine and DEC is below peg, then you're getting the DEC is worth less. Even though the packs are worth less, the DEC is potentially worth proportionally even less. You'd have to figure that math out. But like, look at exchange rates with the American dollar. Most of you guys are probably American. If you bring your, if I'm a Canadian, if I spend my Canadian dollar in a dollar store, it's worth $1 here in Canada. But if I bring that down across the border and bring it into your dollar store, I'm going to get 65 cents on it. And the same thing is with DEC. So if you walk into the Hive Engine and you try and pay for KS packs, which are $2.75, sounds cheap. First of all, you're not going to get any airdrops. Second of all, you have to then give them the DEC at whatever market value equates to. And maybe right now that makes sense because this is such a low price on the KS pack. But if the DEC continues to fall, then that will no longer make sense, because you can compare that to getting 70 cents on a dollar here for your DEC, or getting $1 for every dollar of DEC here, buying from Splinterlands. So that's the question, and that's the consideration. I think I started to sell off when the DEC hits 15 or 16 per 1,000. Yeah, that was a good time to be selling off. I think what you're saying is back in November or whatever, back in here, like 1.5 cents, like pretty well the top is what I'm hearing you say. Let's see. Ape of Wall Street. I think I started to, yeah, that's, I had a couple million DEC at various times, but the problem is that when I get DEC, I can't keep it. It burns a hole in my pocket because I'm desperate to buy new cards. I come into the marketplace and I'm like, wow, these cards are so cheap. Like, look at these right now. Gold foil legendaries. 38 bucks for the Jin Bilka, $42 if you buy it straight off the market. Whenever the high bid is very close to the low bid price, I find that is an indicator that it's accurately priced. When you see disparate connections, like look at this one, high bid $51, low buy $69. This high bid is probably not going to fill. And so I almost, in moments like this, I'll come in and I'll just say, you know what, I'm okay with paying $4 more. I'll just come in and pay 10% more and just buy it off the market if I want that card. And I would say that, interestingly, Jin Bilka and these gold foil legendaries are probably going to are going to pay themselves off in like 2 years, I would think. And I've seen math around that I can't like recite for you here, but I've seen people talk about that. And it seems to me like this is a permanent asset in your portfolio that will generate rental revenues forevermore, and it will pay itself off at some point, and then it's going to continue to provide profit. Not to mention it's going to give you collection power while you hold it, and therefore SPS in the meantime while the airdrop is still going on. And potentially it's something you could use and get gold foil bonuses on your rank rewards and more R shares and so on and so forth. Man, gold foils are so powerful and so necessary, and the legendary versions, and specifically these reward cards, which are, by the way, going to go out of circulation in a not too distant future. I mean, where's Jin? Jin Bilka's at 50%. So I mean, it's only a matter of time before this card is off the market. And I don't think it's going to take much longer. When the bots come with these rank rewards that exist, these rewards are going to go off the shelves. I think they're just going to disappear. And if you guys want to hear more about that, Tails did a great video recently. Tails from the Cryptmancer did a great video on YouTube talking about this exact issue, that the rewards are not long for this world. I think we got our quest rewards we can check out in a second here, but you guys are just blowing up the chat, so I'm trying to Jim's not here today, so I just want to, touch base and, see what's on your guys' mind. I think they mean the legendary summoner airdrops. Yeah, I'm coming into the conversation a little late, but I see DJ Magman says I think they mean the legendary summoner airdrops, and I'm pretty sure what the context of your conversation. I was talking about the legendary summoners are going to be available really soon. Like we've got all these legendary summoners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legendary summoners that are yet to be handed out. And so if you buy your Chaos Legion packs using the DEC right in here, you have potentially 6 airdrops coming to you. That's what I meant when I was talking about airdrops, not the SPS that's still being handed out. Lorda says, what you're saying right now about the DEC being worth less if you try to buy packs on Hive Engine is exactly what me and Virus are saying about the Hive Engine price setting the true peg. The Hive Engine price setting the true peg. Yes, I think when you say true peg, you mean market value, the market price. And if so, I agree. The Hive Engine establishes the market price because that's just a free market exchange where buyers and sellers can exchange whatever they want for whatever price they agree. And so the real value of DEC is not 1,000 equals $1. That's the peg value established and only supported by Splinterlands. And so there becomes an arbitrage opportunity is the point. There's an arbitrage opportunity as the peg falls below, as DEC falls below 1000. There becomes an arbitrage play where you could buy DEC off of Hive Engine. Maybe not right this very second, but when it's below 1000, you can buy DEC off this market and then bring it over here and buy Chaos Legion packs for a profit. You're actually like, you can, right now it would look like if you were to do it right this very second, this price is going to give you like a 4% price difference, right? Because 1000 is peg. That's what Splinterlands will accept it for. And 096 is, I think, 4% lower, I think. Yeah. So not a big deal probably. And because of the volatility on the market and because of how Hive fluctuates and how this, it's not worth it for that sort of margin. But if this gets down to a 6, then it becomes worth it. Really becomes worth it. And that will cause these to move rapidly. What's your highest DEC from daily quest chests? Ever? I'm pretty sure I've gotten like 6,000 or something. And that was back when DEC were like $0.015 or something. So that was ridiculous. Yeah, I got a huge one. DJ Bagman, the DEC was at the top, but so was the card prices. So it's like the same DEC cost. The DEC was at the top, but so was the card prices. So it's like the same DEC cost. The same kid in a candy store and can't stop buying. Yep, exactly. That's the problem. If you're sitting on a bunch, if your wallet has $100 cash in it and you go to the mall, you come home with $100 cash? Probably not. It's like something about, actual currency units that you can put your hands on, or when it's sitting in your wallet and you're walking around the store, and that's what this is. When I come in here looking at Peak Monsters Marketplace, I'm a guy in the store and I've got money in my wallet. And of course things get, you find you talk yourself into it. Virus says, I'll be interested to see what happens to the reward cards at end of season. There is going to be a flood from all the alt accounts running right now, opening their end of season chests. I totally agree. But interestingly, not just from all the alts, because even at the champion levels, like, I mean, this is pretty modest. I'll grant you that, but these are big chests. I get the feeling as we get into the end of the season and we open 60 or 70 or 80 or 90 of these champion chests, people like me who have access to that are going to be posting some fun videos where 15,000 DEC in one of them and like gold foil legendaries, and you know what I mean? And look, let's open 9 of them, see what we get with that. Because I do think these are way more valuable than the bronze level chests. But the tricky thing about that is valuable on what time horizon? These champion chests are on average, I heard 90 cents per. And the bronze chests are on average 3 cents per. But the interesting, complicated thing about that is, in my opinion, it's most often the common cards that over 4 years, 5 years are going to be the ones that are going to spike the most. Often the legendary cards you look at in the game are the ones that are going to be, they move up 10x, but an excellent common card can move up from a penny to $1, and that's 100x, or up from a penny to like $5 per unit. It really can. And so so interestingly, though the bronze level chests are 3 cents and these might be 90 cents today, that price tag is associated with nothing but today's market consideration. And for me, as a long-term player of Splinterlands, I don't look at price and say, oh man, 90 cents, or even, oh man, $10. None of that matters, because I'm not looking to sell any of these new assets for 4 or 5 years. And so it's really interesting to try and, when you stretch that understanding of the bronze rewards and recognize that, yes, the champion rewards are going to be really exciting right now as we open them, but the bronze rewards are potentially even more valuable over a long enough time horizon, because they represent commons and rares that often are burnt way more commonly than some of these legendary cards will ever be, because of the nature of how many you need to burn in order to create a high level card. You need to burn 400 commons, 115 rares to make them their highest level. You need to burn 11 legendaries. Now, yes, there are fewer 11 legendaries to start with, so you might say that it's all equal. I don't agree. And also, I don't agree, because often common cards are really inexpensive, so they get put together. Whereas legendary cards, which can be 10 or 20 or $50 per unit, sometimes you'll just do with 1 BCX of them, or you'll go 3 and get the level 2. And you'll do without the highest levels because it's so expensive per BCX, even at the beginning, at the onset of its release. Whereas the common cards like Pellicor Mercenary, which are a penny and a half, you're just going to go ahead and buy 400 of them, even if you think right now you're not going to be in Diamond, because you actually think that's so cheap. You know it's a great card, and maybe one day I will. Plus, I need the collection power anyways. So, I'm not convinced that champion chests are decidedly better. They are in the short term, but I don't look at the short term. I'm always thinking long. So now let's get these. Let's open these up. What a start. That's a little better. Oh, wow. Wow. What is that? 1,000. Look at that. That's essentially 8 Chaos Legion packs. This is, I mean, that's really, really cool. But you have to admit, this looks like bronze level stuff over here. Yeah, man, that's really cool. That's 8 Chaos Legion packs, right? Or no, not quite 8. 6 Chaos Legion packs, because 6 times 4,000 is 24,000.